Rachel too because
Yeah, go ahead. Bring
Rachel.
her in.
Nice to meet you too. Want to have a quick interview?
I guess.
Yeah.
Hi guys, so tell me your name and tell me what your project is.
My name's Madeline Sunoco,
I'm Rachel Billingsley.
and we have the BioBin, which is a new, easy way to create compost.
Okay, so tell us about it. How does it work?
You put the compost in the biobin and it heats it up, and there's a turner which turns the compost on its own, and then that heat goes up into a pipe which goes to the water line, which turns into steam and goes through a steam turbine generator, and that goes into AC power, which self-sustains the whole unit.
Now,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to add on to that it creates the ultra-rich compost faster than you would normally with a normal composter because it speeds up the heating and decomposition because you are keeping it at a constant heat rate of about 149 degrees internally, which not all composters can do that because of heat leakage or weather or such like that. But our design, it has a heater inside of it, kind of like an oven, but you would have to have a little bit of initial energy to heat it up, but then when it starts working, it just pays for itself over and over and over again.
So tell us a little bit about the program that you're involved in and then how you got into the program and how you got to this point in your concept.
I learned about the program Art Science through my school, where we actually have previous winners from previous years. A couple years ago, or maybe it was last year, Victoria Washington actually, when she won, and she went to Paris and she came back and she told us all about it. And it just really got me interested. I've been interested since my freshman year last year, and I decided to try for it, and so I applied for it, and I actually got accepted, and I was really excited. And then we get together every week, and then eventually we started developing our ideas, and we got split into groups, and then we developed our idea, and we made a presentation, a model, a presentation.
Now, what initially sparked your interest in science, and what do you see yourself doing in the future?
You want to take the first answer on this?
Sure. I got into science when I was younger. I wanted to be a veterinarian for most of my life. And then around 8th grade, I said, well, I want to do psychology. And so now I want to be a neurologist and work with brain chemistry and young children.
I've always had an interest in science, actually. I had a similar path as her, except I've always wanted to be a doctor up until recently, where I started having plans where I was just like, I want to be a pediatrician, I want to be a physical therapist, no, maybe I want to be an art therapist, and no, maybe I want to be an art illustrator, and it just came over and over again, but it just started developing more into art, which is why I go to an art school now. And I really got a connection with psychology, and I really like the way the brain functions and how you can like trick the brain into thinking things and making connections. And so I'm getting more and more into graphic design, which I really like because you can make people connect images with products, and I think that's really powerful, and I really like it, and I really like being clever. And so I really see myself, maybe designing the next big image for the next big product. And I really like that because I love art. It's a huge part of my life, but I also love the brain chemistry and psychology of it too.
So you guys have kind of opened yourselves a door to expand in various areas. Now, as far as design goes and functionality and the future economy, how do you feel about the way that things are going now with the push for sustainability and the hopes for it in the future?
The future. Well, in terms of our product, I think it would be great for fixing some of our carbon footprint because, this is a new, healthier way to get energy and to garden for ourselves. And it's much healthier than just burning trash for energy, which puts these nasty chemicals in the air. Where this is just using steam energy for maybe it's a low scale for the world, but it's also a big scale for our personal life.
Now, I heard you talking about sustainable communities a little bit earlier, and the idea of sustainable communities, and that is a trend that is definitely catching on. Do you think it's catching on fast enough, and what can be done to accelerate it more?
I don't think it's catching on fast enough. I think that most communities are cutting themselves off, and I think we need to combine our lives a little more and
Mingle.
get together and find out what's going on, have more meetings.
Yes, definitely. It's become a point where we have our computers that we connect into, and we just turn off our social lives just to like socialize with people through the internet. And I just think that that's terrible to cut off yourself from people interaction, because actually it goes back to like brain and stuff like that, is we don't get enough people interaction, and a lot of people are suffering from depression and stuff like this because they're not getting enough social interaction. And I think that if we had more community projects, such as maybe gardening or composting, like our product would help with, then we would have more of an opportunity to connect with people, which would, in general, I think would make people happier, because then you have more interaction with people.
You have more friends.
More friends.
More people
Creates a better quality of life, basically.
Definitely.
Great.
And you have a fuller lifestyle because you know you're doing good for the community and for the earth.
Good deal. All right, now give me your first and last names. I want to send this to you on Facebook, and give me the name of your project once again.
I'm Madeline Rose Sunoco, and this is
Rachel Billingsley.
and this is our project, the BioBin.
And cut.